Linda. Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a sort of challenge that was going around on YouTube about a year ago, where I will be following someone else's makeup tutorial. I'm going to be doing this one a little bit differently though. I found that when other people were following the makeup tutorials, they made sure to use the exact products that were used in the original tutorial, which makes total sense, right? But a lot of times if you didn't have that one item they were using, that big thing, then you just wouldn't follow the makeup tutorial. So what I wanted to do is take a tutorial that someone has done and then sort of shop my stash and make up the stuff that they had in there, because I'm not going to have all the products. I'm not going to go out shopping for everything for one damn makeup look. Plus, I want to make sure it's cruelty-free. So the makeup look that I chose to follow is this one by RAWBEAUTYKRISTI. It is this gorgeous sunset crease, orange blue goodness. It is so beautiful. In that video, she was using the James Charles Morphe palette, which I have not and will not be buying because it is not cruelty-free. Also, I think it's really cool that recently Kristi went cruelty-free herself, so everyone let's give her a cheer, yay! I'm gonna be using stuff for my stash. Now this means that Kristi used one palette for her whole eye. I'm gonna be using a lot more than one palette, but that's because maybe I have one color here and one color there. You guys get the point. Anyway, I'm gonna zoom in heavy on my eyes because this is really an eye focus tutorial, and we're gonna jump right into this. I don't think that I'm going to be able to do this half as much justice as that girl because she's a freaking goddess. I did go ahead and do my eyebrows. Let's do this. I'm really nervous. Why am I nervous? It's just makeup. It's just makeup.
You are so close up to my face right now because, all right, I'm gonna start off by priming my eyelids with the ColourPop No Filter Concealer, and this is in the shade Fair 00.
I don't have that, but that's basically a white base. So I'm going to go in with the NYX Jumbo Eyeshadow Pencil in Milk and put that all over my lid.
So this is the main brush that I'm going to use for today. This is the Morphe M506 brush, and it is a very small tapered brush. You can see the size of it on my eye.
I do not have the Morphe 506 brush. What I do have is this black brush that has no name. We're going to call it Black Brush.
So I'm going to start off with all of these shades here, and I've kind of mixed them all together, just like a dip into each one, because I want this shade to be really depthy. I don't want it to be like just a bright red. I want it to have some depth to it, and I will dip in and start to deepen this up. I'm going to add lots of layers.
So since I don't have the James Charles palette, I do have my Colored Rain palette. What I'm going to be doing is going in with a mix of these two reds. We have Sauce and Unbothered. Just so you know, if you are vegan, Unbothered is the only non-vegan shade in the palette, so just keep yourself aware. I'm going to do that, but also dip into a little bit of a reddish brown when it gets really deep in the crease. For that, I'm going to use my Dose of Colors and I Love Sarai palette and go into this brown brick red kind of color-ish.
Kind of stamp it where you want it.
I'm gonna grab a much more precise tapered brush for that brown, just so it can really deepen up the crease.
I like to use the color switch when using this palette. You just kind of roll your brush around in it. I think there are like really inexpensive dupes of this. Now I'm gonna go in with these two shades and just sort of blend out.
So to mix out that orange and yellow, I'm going in with Lemon Drop and Splash. Both are very bright, so fingers crossed for me, you guys.
And this is where I started being a little more precise. So you've got your deeper shades down now, and then I've got the orange shade. Tap off the excess, and then just start kind of buffing that along the edges.
So guys, real talk, blending is not easy for me. There are certain people that are amazing at it. Kristi is one of those people. I don't feel like I'm that good at it. So if I want something to look really blended, I gotta take some time. This looks so crazy right now. Hers already looks kind of bomb, and I feel like, I mean, the blend is okay. Maybe it'll get better. Will it get better? Tell me it gets better. I feel like I should take a shot every time I mess up, but I'd be drunk by minute 6.
So when I got down to this part, I took this shade, and this shade, and just sort of mixed them all 3 together.
Turns out I don't have a magenta shade like the one she used. I do have Vibes and Perp Smurf. I have these 2 that I'm gonna mix. Maybe I'll mix in a little bit of Bossed Up. It's not quite magenta, but it has more of a pinky vibe. Is this where it fucks up?
I would use this on the M506 if you have it, because I feel like that brush is just a nice size to get right into the crease. And I took a bit of that shade and just deepened up the crease with it.
I didn't even realize I had a Sigma brush, you guys. This is the Sigma Small Tapered Blending E45 brush. I have a Sigma brush? What? No, oh no. I feel like it's a little muddy now, is it? I can't tell, oh no.
So now I'm gonna take that white shade that we primed the lids with, and I'm gonna put a bit of that on the back of my hand. My personal favorite crease cutting brush is the Bodyography Pro Flat Shader Brush. This is not made for crease cutting.
My favorite brush for cutting the crease is this Alamar Cosmetics brush. It is nice and flat and dense, so I'm gonna do this and paint it on. She took out the whole lid. I keep saying this is the point it all messes up. God, you know what? Maybe I'm gonna change it around. I'm gonna be positive. Guys, this is the point where it's amazing. It's gonna blow your mind.
And I'm gonna cut the crease of my eye so that it is a nice rounded half moon shape.
Actually a little cleaner than I thought it would be, not gonna lie. It doesn't suck. It doesn't suck. It doesn't suck. It doesn't suck. It doesn't.
And then when you get the crease cut as well as you can, I mean, it's not perfect. You can see little imperfections kind of up here. I clean off that brush, and then what I did on that day was I took sort of a mixture of this shade and this shade from the palette.
Still sticking with the Color Grain palette, I'm using Neo Blue and Jet Set, just kind of mixing them in with a flat brush. I don't think I want to use the same brush like she said, so I'm going to use a fluffier one, mix those 2, pat it all over the lid. Hers definitely looks a bit brighter than mine does. I think I'm gonna mix in a tiny bit of Drip Drop on the lid.
And because I used a matte shade, I feel like it creates a really nice base to start layering shimmers over the top. So that day I used this shade here from the palette. I used a little bit of this. I don't know if I'm going to today as much.
This is the color that gave me the most trouble because I searched through my entire collection. I don't have a single light sparkly blue. You know why? Because I don't wear light sparkly blue. What I do have though is this Naked Cosmetics Holographic Highlighter collection. So I'm gonna take this very light duochrome blue and pat that on top.
This is the Wanderlust liquid eyeshadow from Stila that I always talk about. So I took a little bit of this, put it on the back of my hand, and then I dipped my finger in and patted it over the center.
The only Stila liquid eyeshadow I have right now is this sort of brown gold, and I don't want to mess that up. So I'm going to try going in with this ColourPop Super Shock Shadow in Cheap Date. I used this in my last tutorial, probably in the last 90 tutorials, because I love it, okay? I'm gonna take that on my finger and just pat that right in the center of the lid.
And bring it up to the top and then pat out the edges so that it's the brightest in the center. All right, and that day I did toss a wing on, so I'm gonna do that real quick. I'm just gonna do a quick wing. I'm gonna be using my Benefit roller liner.
I'm using my Kat Von D tattoo liner in Trooper. Wish me luck. Okay, I think we saved it. Kind of liking it so far.
so that is the top of the eye finished right now. And I'm gonna actually toss on some lashes. I'm gonna do my other eye off camera real quick so that we can get back to this point with both. And then I am going to toss some lashes on and I'll have the rest of my face done. And I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna show you guys how I completed the eye look, because on the bottom I used some purples and it was just really, really pretty. So I'm going to go do that and I will be right back.
So I'm gonna do what Kristi did. I am going to apply my foundation. I am going to apply some false lashes. You guys know how I feel about false lashes, but I'm gonna do it for Kristi. And I'll be right back. All right, foundation is on, concealer is on, eyelashes are even on. I went way more subtle than Kristi did. I just used my Ardell Demi Wispies. These are just much more comfortable for me personally, and I don't know, I like them. I still think they add something to the look. Let's keep going, because now we're gonna go way under the eyes, and my crepey old lady under eyes, I'm not sure they can handle this, but we're gonna do it anyway, for science and Kristi.
I'm gonna finish off my eyes now and then I'm gonna go through and do the rest of my face. Not that you guys can see it anyway. So on the bottom of my eyes, I went in with purple. And for that, I used all of these shades here, right in the center of the screen.
I'm gonna basically use a mixture of these four on this side. So we've got Bossed Up, Cute, Vibes, and Perp Smurf, and I'm gonna mix all of those together. She also eventually pats a really shimmery purple on the bottom, and for that, I'm going in with my brand new Pure Festival palette that I just got in my BoxyCharm, and I'm gonna use Gypsy. It's not as sparkly as the one that she has because that one is a topper, but nobody's gonna notice the difference. It's gonna look lovely. Oh, she's bringing that down low. Okay, okay. Oh, this is out of my comfort zone.
And then once the purple shade is down, I take those same warm tone shades that I used on the top, and I'm going to kind of run them below that so that it all is like nice and cohesive. Plus I was going to an event when I wore this, so you can't do too much at an event.
I'm not going to an event. I'm staying home tonight.
All right, so when I got to this point, which I know this looks crazy right now, but with the rest of the face done, it does kind of come together. And I felt like it looked so pretty. I loved it so much. I was going for some drama. Then I take that shimmery purple shade that I said is like a topper. This one right here, and you can see it doesn't have a ton of base pigment to it. And I tap it on that shade there. All right, and then I am going to do a black water liner and then some mascara, and I will be right back.
I'll be right back. I also did my bronzer, my blush, my highlighter, and my lips, so here is the finished look, you guys. I had so much fun doing this video. This pushed me so far outside of my comfort zone. This is not something I would normally even think to do, and I am obsessed with it. I love it so much. I hope you guys like it too. Thank you so much to Kristi for coming up with this tutorial. I hope you guys like the way I did this with shopping my stash and using only cruelty-free items. If you did, please let me know by giving this video a thumbs up. It really helps me. It helps all YouTubers. If you give them a thumbs up, interact with their videos, say hello, comment down below, tell me what you liked, tell me what you didn't like. If there's another tutorial you'd like me to recreate, let me know that too. I'd love to try this again. You guys can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Those are all GlitterFallout. You are super freaking rock stars. I love you so much with my whole heart, and I'll see you in the next video. Mwah. Bye.